WJBF News Channel 6 proudly presents the Golden Apple Awards, recognizing teaching excellence. The Golden Apple Awards is made possible by WJBF News Channel 6, Kroger, Augusta Flooring, and Master Automotive. Now, from the Augusta University Maxwell Performing Arts Theater, your hosts, Brad Means and Kimberly Scott.
Oh, thank you. Great crowd.
Absolutely. So wonderful to be here with you. Greetings to you tonight.
We appreciate you being here. Happy Golden Apple to our audience here at Augusta University, and happy Golden Apple Gala to everybody watching at home on News Channel 6. Kimberly, this is the night of all nights if you love teachers, and we all love teachers.
I was telling someone on the way over here, this is like the Oscar Awards for teachers in the CSRA or here in the Augusta area. So congratulations to all of you for receiving your award tonight.
Yeah, to our teachers, a special thank you for all you do. To the families that stand behind these ladies and gentlemen, our gratitude to you as well. 32 times a year we go to schools and we give the Golden Apple Award, and it's sometimes crazy, there are some tears, and it's just sometimes rushed. And that's why this night is so special, because you can kind of take a breath, take a step back, and really shine that spotlight on these folks and hear from them too.
Absolutely. It's good that you guys were able to scrub the glue off your hands and get the tape out of your hair and dress up a little bit and just get congratulated and get a pat on the back for the things that you love to do each and every day.
We're going to get started with our first group of presenters to honor our first foursome of teachers and to present the first round of educators. Won't you welcome from Kroger our good friend Larry Frales, and from Columbia County Schools, Dr. Deborah Williams.
Thank you, Brad and Kim. Our first teacher, Lisa Gilbo, might have a future president of the United States in her classroom. She teaches advanced placement government and sociology at Greenbrier High School. Her students are excited about the political process. They are involved and informed, and it all thanks to the leadership of this outstanding educator. Sandra Anderson teaches us the Horizon program at Evans Elementary School. She has a room full of gifted students all day long. They come from all grades and they focus on all subjects. From mathematics to designing houses, Ms. Anderson gets these youngsters ready for great things.
Steve Pruitt, Stallings Island Middle School. You can hear the sweet sounds of learning before you even enter Steve Pruitt's classroom. He teaches band to 6th, 7th, and 8th graders at Stallings Island Middle School. And you don't even have to be an accomplished musician to make it in his class. Mr. Pruitt can teach beginners how to make beautiful music. It's a pretty impressive thing to see and hear. Trudy Gallo, Columbia Middle School. Trudy Gallo got a rousing ovation from the entire school when we gave her the Golden Apple Award. She was in the lunchroom, and the kids just went crazy when we called her name. It was a special moment. It was also a strong indication that she is beloved by everyone at Columbia Middle School. Our ears are still ringing from all that cheering.
We're very blessed here at Greenbrier. The kids are awesome. They want to learn. They just, we're lucky to breathe the same air that they breathe, honestly.
As a young girl in the family, I have 4 brothers. One of the favorite things I did is I didn't have a dollhouse, I had a schoolhouse. My dad actually built me a schoolhouse. I had a blackboard in it. He found desks and all for students, and I would put my dolls up and I would teach them. So this is one of those things that I just feel like I was born to do. And I see that with what my students do.
Well, to me, and I guess this is something that all teachers do, I never really have heard an end performance. Every time they perform, I'm always thinking, that's something I'm going to learn to do better next time, and that's something they get to do next time. And that's really what performing is all about, is realizing that there isn't an end. It's always a process. And I hope that's what the students are getting out of this too.
I come for the kids. I come here to teach the kids. And every day, if you welcome a child every morning with good morning, and we're going to have a great day. And like some of them said, this is Fantastic Friday in my room.
Good evening. Teaching is a profession that starts with a clean slate every year, which leans it to hope and new possibilities. My principal, Mr. Seagraves, and my assistant principal, Mr. Williams, thank you so much for your encouragement in my life. To my parents for stressing the importance of education, especially my daddy for going on 22 years of chaperoning field trips with me. You truly inspire me to serve others. Thank you to all my friends and family, my husband and my 2 boys. Your personal sacrifices have never gone unnoticed. Thank you.
The dear Lord planned a long time ago that I was going to become a teacher. And it was through His blessings that I have been able to do that. I've had great support of a wonderful family, my mom and dad, excellent husband, wonderful sons, wonderful administrators, and teach with some of the most phenomenal teachers that you could imagine. I love my parents and my students. Kids just want to learn, and that's one of the things that each morning when I go, I get to see their bright faces, and I challenge them, and they rise to the occasion. I thank you so much for this award. Thank you.
I'm very honored and, of course, grateful that the parents and students would take the time to nominate me. And as a teacher, I think it's gratifying being with the students, but to know that they really appreciate what you do and that they and their parents would take the time to nominate me for this award is, again, very gratifying. Thank my administrators, Don Putnam and Merrill Garner. Thank you to WJBF for sponsoring this and all the program sponsors. And thank you to my wife, Jasmine, for all her support and love. And this is a hard time of year for all of us because we have to act happy when the students leave, but really we miss the fun ones, and they're all fun in their own way. So thank you very much for this award.
First, I would like to thank Aaron Bynes and his family for nominating me for this award. Happiness is what I enjoy giving to my students, and I enjoy receiving happiness from them every day. Teaching science has been a rewarding career, and I have enjoyed being a part of so many different students' lives. I would like to thank my family and friends who have supported me throughout my whole entire career, and Mr. Elijah Putnam for giving me the opportunity to teach at Columbia Middle School. And also to thank WJBF and the many sponsors for making this award possible for me. Thank you.
Great job by our first group of teachers as the Golden Apple Gala is now off and running. Very nice remarks, don't you think, Miss Kimberly?
Absolutely. Congratulations to all of you. You do such a great job. Now, time to present our next set of presenters, Dr. Angela Pringle, Richmond County School Superintendent, and Will Schaefer, Master Automotive.
Shatara Sims, Wilkinson Gardens Elementary. When you visit Shatara Sims' classroom, you better be wearing your running shoes. It takes a lot of energy to keep up with her pace. Her enthusiasm and upbeat attitude are contagious, and the kids feed off of that. They learn a lot from her because she can tell them that she loves them and mean it. Audriana Isaac is an augmented teacher at Barton Chapel Elementary. When someone needs extra help in reading and math, she is there. She says teachers made a difference in her life when she was young, and that made her want to spend her career in the classroom. Based on her tremendous success at Barton Chapel, she sure did make the right choice.
When students get finished with Crystal Crawford's classes, they have the skills they need to succeed in college and in the workforce. She's dedicated to helping them no matter what time it is and no matter what day of the week it is. She knows that her job never stops, and that's why she loves it. Vianne Prowse is fulfilling a dream that she had since she was in 7th grade, but she took a bit of a detour in becoming a teacher. She served our country in the Army as an Arabic linguist and an interrogator. After that, she was more than ready to tackle 5th grade. Her students at Sue Reynolds Elementary School are fortunate to have her. These teachers inspire students every day. Here they are.
I believe in giving them hands-on. It's their classroom. They should have control. I believe in if you teach outside of the box, you'll grab more in, they'll be engaged in their learning, and they will want to learn more.
My children have teachers also. And if I don't do for the children that I meet, then there's a concern that my children may not be getting what they need. And now it's my grandchildren. So I want to make sure that I'm perpetuating love within the school.
Teaching high school to me is a 24-hour job, and so when I leave here, my students have access to me no matter what, whether it's through Facebook, Kik, Periscope, Instagram, and most of the time I'm always taking pictures of what we're doing in class and uploading throughout the day. I want people to know that we're really a product-based classroom. They really fuel my fire every day, and I thank them for that, because without them, I just don't know what else I would do. This truly is my life.
I still have students that'll come back and say, thank you so much. You were one of the best teachers I've had, and that is what keeps me going.
Parents are...
First, I would like to thank God, who's head of my life. And I would like to thank Richmond County for allowing me the opportunity to teach and do what I love doing. And also I would like to thank my parents for trusting their kids with me on a daily basis, and my students for giving me the love. Thank you.
I'm standing here alone on stage. However, this has not been a Charles Lindbergh journey. There have been many people who have supported and encouraged me along the way. So I'd like to say thank you to my family, to my friends, to my colleagues, parents, especially students. But most of all, I'd like to thank God for endowing me with the gift of teaching. Not only endowing me, but upholding me with the righteousness of His right hand. I'd also like to thank Channel 6, WJBF, and all the sponsors for encouraging and your commitment to education in Richmond County. Thank you.
Wow, this is just a fabulous experience. Of course, first I want to thank my students. They are the reason I'm here today. Several students nominated me, and it was just the most surreal experience to have them come to my classroom. Of course, I want to thank my faculty and my staff at my school, my administrators. They support me in everything that I do, and that means the world to me. And finally, to my family and friends, you guys are what are there to support the children with me. Without you, the classroom wouldn't be as fabulous as it is. And I just love you all for everything you do for me. Thank you.
Another fabulous set of teachers, and when teachers teach, they make it look easy, but as one of the ladies just said, they're gifted to do that.
They really are. It's a calling. They've answered it, and they are just absolutely doing a beautiful job with it. Now, we paid a good bit of attention to the Georgia side of the Savannah River for the first part of the Golden Apple Gala, but we're going to shine the spotlight on South Carolina now, and I can't think of two better folks to help us do that than our next group of presenters, Judy Beck from USC-Aiken and Dr. S. Vincent Burdett from Aiken Technical College. Welcome to them.
Monique Dawson, Greendale Elementary School. Monique Dawson does not get around much, and that's a great thing. She has stayed put at the same school in the same classroom for 28 years. She's a fighter, too. Mrs. Dawson is celebrating 9 years of being breast cancer free. She says the love and prayers from her school helped her win the fight and get back to good health. Susan Mode, Red Cliff Elementary School. Susan Mode has been teaching at her beloved Red Cliff Elementary School for 30 years. She often refers to her children as her babies. And after 3 decades in the classroom, many of Mrs. Mode's babies are all grown up. She gets to see her former students becoming big successes in the community, What a great feeling and what true validation for her career.
Seymour Rockman has always loved science. Now he spends his time getting his Fox Creek students to love it too. He says he loves teaching the concepts of biology and watching the light come on when his kids get it. And if he's not in the classroom, he's probably helping out with one of the sports teams. He loves supporting the students after school because he says it brings something positive to his day. We really enjoyed paying a visit to his classroom. Julie Green is truly one of the hardest working teachers we met this year. When she's not in the classroom, she's at the hospital where she's an X-ray technician. She told us that she is concerned for her students and her patients, and she loves them both. We're glad Ms. Green could slow down long enough to let us give her the Golden Apple Award. They love what they do, and it truly shows. Here they are.
Parents are the first teachers, and they actually set the bar for us, and if they're here and we're supporting and we're working as a team, it makes their education much easier.
Coming into first grade, a lot of these babies are still learning how to read. So the big aha moments are when they can actually figure out that they do know how to read. They'll come to you and they'll say, I can't do this. Yes, you can. And when they finally figure out that they can do it, and then they run with it, is just one of the biggest moments you can have as a first grade teacher.
Teaching came out of a little bit different passion. It was no longer looking at microscopes, it was not looking at beakers and test tubes. I could see the reactions, I could see these kids, and I could feel what was happening. I could see the light when it went on.
It's an accomplishment personally and professionally to know that you've touched that child and they're ready for first grade and they won't forget the things that they've learned in kindergarten, because that's where they start their formal education.
Good evening. Thank you, Channel 6, for having me. It's such an honor to be here tonight. I would like to thank my principal, Julie Reveley, for nominating me. I truly appreciate her total trust in me in the classroom. I also want to thank my wonderful family for all of their love and support. For, as you know, being the family of a teacher is never easy. I never thought that I would spend the last 30 years teaching first grade in the same classroom at Red Cup Elementary, but here I am. My coworkers are beyond amazing, and my students are truly my babies, today, tomorrow, and yes, even in 30 years. This saying is true: once in my class, always in my heart. Thank you to all of my first grade babies for blessing me in ways they'll never know. I just pray that I have made a difference in all of their lives. Thank you.
It's funny how destiny takes us where we never planned to be. I am definitely privileged and blessed to be at Fox Creek High School. I especially thank all the faculty and staff members that I work with. Fox Creek has definitely made it a niche for me. It has become a family for me. I thank Ms. Coward for nominating me, and she is a pillar in that school. I thank my parents, Abu Amu, Amber, Nazira, Safira, and Lisa to come. আমি তোমাদের ভালোবাসি.
Good evening. I was humbled and honored when Mr. Means walked into my classroom and presented me with the award. Teaching is an experience that you can't understand unless you're truly fully immersed in it. I'd like to thank the Lord for giving me the little ones that I change their lives every day. And I'd like to thank the Peacock family and Natalie's family for honoring me with this award. And thank you to the North Augusta Elementary families who support me, and the staff and the faculty. They're wonderful. We have a great group. Thank you to my boys and to my parents who've always supported me. Thank you.
Great job, teachers. I tell you, I was studying Julie Green closely to see if she had her X-ray tech uniform on. sneaking out of that dress. You're not going to work tonight, are you? Please. I mean, it 7 days a week, no break. It was just, what a story. And thank you all for being here. Great job, y'all.
Now, to honor our next set of teachers, we'd like to bring Frank Ward from Master Automotive and Dr. Lisa Palmer, Augusta Technical College.
Hadley Harrison, Edmund Burke Academy. Hadley Harrison probably feels a little like a Hollywood star or politician when she walks around town. That's because just about everyone in the greater Waynesboro area knows her. And with good reason. She's taught most of those people and their children. Miss Harrison's impact can be seen through the generations, and everyone at Edmund Burke Academy sure does love her. William Hollins, Hellspa High School. William Hollins has some talented students. They don't take notes, they make notes. They are members of his band classes, and they sound terrific. We enjoyed stopping by Mr. Hollins' classroom to hear them play. It was part of an emotional morning as years of hard work paid off for the special teacher with the Golden Apple Award.
Karen Mack. Karen Mack has a great group of 6th graders at Hepzibah Middle School. She teaches language arts. Mrs. Mack understands the importance of a strong middle school foundation so her students can be successful in high school and beyond. She makes it her goal to make sure the kids have fun while they learn. Joan Dalton has done it all in her 20 years in the classroom. She started out as a parent teacher, then became a substitute, and then finally, when a position became open, she grabbed it, and she became a full-time teacher. Ever since, she's been helping young people learn how to read, write, and worship as they make their way through Hillcrest Baptist School. Here are these devoted teachers in their classrooms.
My mother was a teacher.
What was it about her that taught you to go that extra mile?
I just saw her. She taught middle school, and sometimes it's not very easy, in my opinion, to love a middle schooler since I have one that lives at my house with me. And she taught me what it is to care about other children than biological children. And I love these kids. I absolutely love them. And like I said, Burke Academy is a family.
So it's a lot of hours and a lot of time. I mean, I tell my parents when we have our band camp meetings, you're going to get mad at your child for bringing their horns home to practice, but we need that because eventually my goal is to get you to the next level, whether you go to college and be in the band or not. Our goal is to get you across this stage with a diploma, military, work, whatever, and remembering the same disciplines that I've tried to instill and other teachers and administrators tried to instill in a child as they're going through their daily life.
I guess I just love it. I think that it's really important to like what you do, and not only do I like it, I really love what I do.
In fact, when I go shopping and I pick up stuff, my husband always says, is this for your family or your other family? And it's, these kids are mine. And when we have problems, we stop and talk to the parents. We're a village. In fact, every teacher around here knows every child, and this is such a loving situation. And when we're good, we're really good.
Good evening. Wow, what an honor it is to receive this Golden Apple Award. I'm extremely blessed to have a job at a school that I love, Edmund Burke Academy. It's a place where I not only can teach the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, but I can also teach about the love that God has for each and every one of my first graders. I would like to thank WJBF Channel 6 and all the Golden Apple sponsors, my extremely supportive family, my dedicated co-workers, and the rest of my Edmund Burke Academy family. Sarah Grace, thank you so much for nominating me for this Golden Apple Award. You and your family will always have a piece of my heart. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I want to thank Mr. Means for scaring me when he came in my classroom. We was in the middle of practice, and I saw him. I was like, oh, Lord, what happened? But On behalf of my family, I want to thank Hellsville High School, Richmond County. I want to thank my department chair, Mr. Joy Frankie, and all my students, because coming from Macon, Georgia, I never thought I'd be honored something like this in 3 years. So I appreciate it, and God has brought me to my destiny. So anybody that's sitting out there, it can happen. So I thank you, and I thank you.
Well, first grade means making friends, learning new ideas, reading new books, solving new problems, playing new games, reaching new goals, and making new mistakes, and having fun the whole way through. I love first grade. I want to thank my Hillcrest family for their support and care, Mackenzie and Corvey for nominating me, and most importantly, I want to thank God for allowing me to find a place where I truly belong. In the words of Carl Buchner, they may forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Thank you.
Teachers, great job by all of you.
Absolutely, some dynamic teachers. Well, Brad, we've seen some wonderful teachers so far, but it is time for some entertainment now.
Yeah, you may have seen young Brianna Grover. Brianna is a student at Greenbrier High School, representing the Wolfpack very well tonight. She's a product of all of those great teachers, and she's going to share her gift of song with us tonight. Let's hear it for Bree.
To go along with the crowd, don't want to live life under a cloud. Give me some air and space and the sun on my face. I want to live out loud. Don't want to be alone in the crowd. Don't want to seem peculiar and proud. I need to be as free as I know how to be. I want to live out loud. Every day, sleepwalk, lockstep, no one dares to stray. Though they may, straight-laced, shamefaced, long to break away. They're as lonely as can be. Is that what they want from me? I don't want to go along with the crowd. Don't want to live life under a cloud. Give me some air and space and the sun on my face. I want to live out loud. Don't want to be alone in the crowd. Don't want to seem peculiar and proud. I need to be as free as I know how to be. I want to live out loud. I want to run down an open shoreline. I want to join in a moonlit dance. I want to swing in the branches of a tree. I want to bathe in a hidden inlet and let the breeze come and dry my hair. I want the life they took away from me. If that makes me headstrong, fine. That's a fault I'm glad is mine. I don't want to go along with the crowd. Don't want my spirit broken and bowed. Nobody wants me here, but I won't disappear. I want to live out loud. Don't want to be alone in the crowd. I only want what I'm not allowed. Give me the wings of a bird. I'll be seen and be heard. I want to sing when my heart is full. I want to sing and I want to fly. I want to soar in the sky without a cloud. I want to live out loud.
Wow.
Awesome.
Not too shabby.
Not at all. Talented teachers and talented students.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bree, for blessing us with that song. We hope to hear from her again later in the program, but first, a quick break. You're watching the Golden Apple Gala on WJBF News Channel 6.
The Golden Apple Awards, brought to you by Kroger, Augusta Flooring, and Master Automotive, continues from the Maxwell Performing Arts Theater.